Coming to you live from San Jose, where we will close out Week 6 of the Simulation Football League minor league action. And we got a good one in store. We got the Lincoln Rattlesnakes taking on the San Jose Flight. Joining me in the booth to call this game tonight is Mark Lopez. Mark, we've been talking about this game leading up, and now what are your keys to the game tonight?
Hey Jeff, thanks for having me. As you said, we talked about this. The keys to success, in my opinion. Number one, the quarterback connection. Both quarterbacks connecting at a sub 60% rate. The one that can edge the other quarterback is the team that will edge the other in victory. A run game infusion. San Jose, an opportunity to unleash their running backs against the worst rushing yard defense in the league. And the last key of success for either team is a quarterback pressure, especially for San Jose. San Jose, although they are ranked last in sacks generated, they are going up against the team or the quarterback who is the most sacked per game. Bryant has 10 sacks in 2 appearances, so the battle in the trenches might be a decisive factor when Lincoln are on the field.
I'm your host, Jeff Melanish, and we're going to get this one kicked off momentarily. We all know last week Lincoln beat Ottawa 27-24. San Jose lost to Birmingham 34-20. So San Jose, there's still a slight possibility they could get into the playoffs, but they'll need a win tonight to keep any hopes of that alive. We'll see as we are underway, and it's fielded by Lincoln as they will get the ball first, and they will bring it out to the 28-yard line. And so we will see Bryant Dynasty coming out for his first series. The halfback Luther Gond, fullback R.E. Mills, the receiving core Jay Moss, Nathan Barnett, Tony Hall, tight end Connor Darian, and the guard John Marshall make up the starters for the Lincoln Rattlesnakes. As you take a look at Bryant Dynasty, who will start under center at his own 28-yard line with Gond dotting the I in the backfield. It's going to be a QB run up the middle to start on the first play. And he takes it for a gain of 3.
And Jeff, this is a very interesting first play. We talked about it before the game. Bryant Dynasty is actually the best rushing quarterback so far in the minor league. He only has 3 carries, but he has gone for 16 yards for a solid 5.3 yards per carry. So that might be his secret weapon this game.
So already 3 yards, and Bryant Dynasty with the first carry. So 2nd down and 7. He takes a shotgun snap. It was a little high, but he was able to corral it and give it to Luther Gond, the halfback, who will pick up a gain of 2.
Yeah, I think they're just starting out by probing the defense, infusing their own run game into this. Actually, the running defense of San Jose is the best in rushing yards allowed per game. So they are testing this defense.
And we are already at a 3rd down, and Dynasty will have to fire this one, and it will be caught by R.E. Mills, but he will get only a gain of 2, and it's still going to be 3 yards short of the first down. And so first play, 3 and out, and Lincoln will have to punt the football away.
And that's good defense as well, just covering the routes, not allowing any route to develop beyond the first down line. Correction early to what I mentioned, they are not San Jose, not the number 1, but they're pretty high up there in the rush yards allowed per game.
Yeah, almost blocked as the punt is away from Pete Edwards, and it's going to be fielded and going nowhere is the returner for the San Jose Flight. So we will see Ace Finnick for his first series of the game, and coming in starting halfback is Laura Horrell. She will get the starts on all the even weeks. So today she's getting the carries. Fullback Robert Johnson, receiving core Abraham Isaac, Doug Britton, and Zaradov Zarkov, the receiving core tight end Rudy Ray Dunn, guard Alexander Netre, and Shepard Valkarian is the tackle, as the first carry goes to Laura Horrell, and she will pick up a gain of 7.
And a good early start for Laura Horrell. Jeff, I believe that they might use her a lot this game. They're going up against, as I mentioned earlier, the weakest in terms of yards allowed. And a good start for her is going to be, a good game for her down the road.
Yeah, coming in with only 106 yards total on 27 carries. Looking to boost those stats up a little bit here in this game against Lincoln. She will get another carry trying to go outside, and she will get stopped for no gain on the play, and coming down and making the tackle for the Lincoln Rattlesnakes, number 56, Tommy Zanardi.
Yeah, and good tackle right there, just recognizing an opening in the middle. Both players, both Laura Horrell and Zanardi, spotting the opening. The defender made the better play.
3rd down and 2. We'll have to see, can San Jose convert this time, and they will throw it over the middle of the field. Pass is going to be caught.
Wow.
And what a grab it was as Rudy Ray Dunn, the tight end, with the first reception. And it goes all the way to San Jose 48-yard line.
Yeah, and what a catch indeed. This is a good connection for Ace Finnick. His 6'6" tight end. He's just a big guy in the middle and such a big target. He's gonna make it as a tight end with good hands like that. Yeah, that's a good catch.
1st down and 10 from their own 48. A handoff to Horo, who bounces outside. Great vision. She is loose. And she gets all the way down to the 34-yard line before she is going to be tackled on the play by KT Horo. So it's the Horo on Horo crime.
And more than her vision, I gotta give credit, Jeff, to their offensive line not allowing any defender from cropping up and just giving Laura Horrell so much time to just run around that, the trench basically and find her own opening. That was a beauty. That was a symphony between the offensive line and Laura Horrell.
Well, you've seen that from Pseudo Nakai in your days when you, with you being in Vancouver, so you know these running backs well when they have vision like that and the offensive line is in function. And throwing it out, and it will be caught. That's the fullback, Robert Johnson, with the reception, and it goes enough for the 1st down.
And who else has better vision, or who else has good vision? Ace Fennec spotting his fullback wide open on the left side. Not a lot of defenders that way. And San Jose just picking apart this Lincoln defense early in this game.
1st down and 10. San Jose on a drive here on their first series. Hand off to Horrell because why not? It's been working. Beautiful blocking downfield, and she will pick up a gain of 9 before Alexander Ramsey coming down and having to make the tackle, which saved a 1st down.
Yeah, and I believe there was a pass rush towards the left as well, which actually gave Horrell probably fewer defenders to run through the right, and she just found a big opening. Another 9-yard gain. Huge for Horrell so far.
Inside the red zone for the first time. San Jose, the first team to get inside the red zone. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Hand off to Horrell, trying to bounce it outside, but she takes a shot, and she will be hit for a loss of 2.
Oh, a big shot right there. Number 35. Good tackle right there. That is Ben Stack and Paper. A huge guy, 6'3", 215 pounds. Good defensive play.
Coming down from his corner spot to lay the lumber on Laura Horrell, trying to bounce it outside. Setting up a 3rd down and 3. San Jose converted the first 3rd down. Can they convert this one here and keep this drive alive for 7? The hand out to Horrell, who's got the blocking, and she is going to be loose all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. Laura Horrell hasn't had a touchdown in her 2 games that she started, and on the first drive takes the offense down the field and punches it in the end zone.
The Laura Horrell offense has been activated. He said, can she get a 1st down? She doesn't need a 1st down. She's just going to go ahead and get the touchdown for her team. Wow, that was a quick first drive for San Jose, getting the first score of this match. Wow.
8-play, 72-yard drive with the 17-yard touchdown from Laura Horrell, and now they will attempt the extra point from the kicker Cliff Allen as the kick is up and through the uprights and good. And Mark, we've seen 2 possessions already, but you gotta love how San Jose 1-4 coming into the game, how they march down the field.
And they're sort of going against their identity as well, Jeff. They have been passing so much this season. They have Ace Fennec with the most or second most attempts in the league. And in this drive, the 8-play drive, how many plays went to Laura Horrell? 6 of those plays were through Laura Horrell.
Yeah, they had the completion to the tight end, and then Finnick threw it out to the fullback, and everything else was Laura Horrell. So we will see what we'll see what Bryant Dynasty can do to answer this drive, as we'll get the starters for the San Jose Flight defense. On the defensive line, Ross Napoli, Eric Surratt, Andre Krim, Pete Smith make up the line. The linebacking core of Gary Clem, Jeremy Bourgeois, Devin King. The secondary, Ryan Owens, Josh Santini are the corners. 3 safeties, Zach Hollendorf, and then the strong safety, Adam Jones, is the pass across the middle of the field. and it was going to be broken up, setting up a 2nd down and 10 as Owens in coverage.
Yeah, and good coverage indeed. The receiver almost had that ball, but good tackling right there, just forcing the ball out of his hands. Great defense.
Bryant Dynasty looking to get something going here on offense. They don't want to do another 3 and out, as that was the ending of their first drive. So 2nd down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Dynasty looking to be barking out some signals. And he gets the snaps. Drops back. Pressure starting to collapse in his face, but he throws it out. Pass is going to be caught. What a play, and up to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, what a play. What a route running that was, just finding himself wide open in the middle. That's number 45. And good play right here. And again, Brian, we talked about if Brian can find his passers and overcome his subpar pass completion percentage of the season, then I think he's gonna find success. And he just showed us how he can find success right there.
That was Connor Darian, the tight end, with the first reception, getting the ball up to the 41-yard line. As take a look at Dynasty barking out some signals as he's in the high formation here, full house in the backfield, and getting the handoff is gone, and he's going to be hit and depleted in the backfield for a loss of 1. Andre Krim, the defensive tackle, coming up and making the tackle for loss there, his first of the day. And it sets the Rattlesnakes back 1 yard, so it's a 2nd down and 11 here for Bryant Dynasty under center. Gone in the backfield. It's going to be a little toss play, but that is going to be read beautifully by the defense for the for the San Jose Flight, getting in there. Pete Smith, as they're going to go hurry up here on this 3rd and 17. They do the same exact play, but Gone is going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. Gary Clem this time with the tackle for loss.
Gary Clem just applying the clamps on this defense right now. He said, "Loser gone, you're gone." He's not allowing any positive yardage out of this running back.
And again, you go to the hurry up there, but they were not in the right formation. We'll have to see if the Lincoln Rattlesnakes coaching staff can maybe work with that a little bit, see if they can find something to take advantage of this defense for San Jose. And the punt is away yet again. As this is the 2nd time Pete Edwards has to come out to punt the football away. And San Jose is going to be set up with some beautiful field position at their own 39-yard line. But the starters for the Lincoln Rattlesnakes on the defensive line, Chris Porter, Mike All. You got Igor Barbatov and Daryl Alston. The linebacking core, Brett Wade, Tommy Zanardi, KT Horrell. The secondary, Nate Brown, Ben Stackenpaper, make up the corners. Free safety, Eric Gugger, and the strong safety, Alexander Ramsey. And the handoff here, and there goes Horrell yet again up the middle of the field, and she picks up 4 yards. So it seems as though San Jose is going with this running attack.
Yeah, and it hasn't been giving them success so far, Jeff. Horrell showing that she is more than a finesse player. Tackled, she probably was collided with defenders after getting 1 yard, but just able to pick up 3 additional yards.
Yeah, the way she was dragging those defenders for Lincoln, boy, she is strong. And it's 2nd and 6.
Oh,
They spin it. Oh, there's a flag, free play, and they will throw it out wide. Pass can be caught. Nice spin move, trying to pick up some extra yards. That's Zaridan Zarkov. Well, to see the penalty, they might just take the 1st down, but with that play, they might also just decline it and take the yards. It is offsides on Lincoln, as Mike All getting a little too antsy there at the line of scrimmage, jumping off sides.
And not what you want to do against a team that's already picking up steam really quick.
Yeah, also not a good look for Mike All, trying to get his draft stock up there, and that penalty hurts them dearly. Now it's a 1st down and 10. And San Jose, first 2 drives are looking really good. As Fennec will throw a bomb downfield. It's going to be intercepted. Coming up and making the play. Who else? Alexander Ramsey playing that center field position. The strong safety coming up and reading the play beautifully.
That was a beautiful read. As he pointed it out, he played that really well, reading the eyes of the quarterback. But more than that, the defenders and the defensive line just applying enough pressure to probably um, make him imbalance right there. Sorry, make Ace Fennec imbalance and throw a subpar pass.
That could be exactly what the doctor ordered for Lincoln as their offense looking to get going here. As Bryant Dynasty under center in the I formation. Handoff and getting, what a shot in the backfield. Oh boy, I felt that one up here. Ross Napoli getting in there for the tackle for loss.
And I think Luther Gaunt is just gonna find himself in the void. He has how many yards? Negative. Negative yards this game. He has. I think that's the third tackle for loss on him, and he is struggling to find his momentum.
Yeah, minus 12 yards already on 5 attempts. As Alexander Ramsey with his second interception 2 plays ago. As Dynasty throwing it off his back foot, and that's enough for the first down.
Wow, and Dynasty showing his own athleticism, not being deterred by incoming pressure and making a great pass, in my opinion. Look at this. In pressure, still finds his man. Number 87 with a great catch down the middle. What a play. It was Nathan Barnett. Yeah.
And that was a little bit of a duck throw as well, but I mean, when you complete the pass, they don't really look to see how the pass was coming out of your hands. It's just more so that it was completed. And that's enough to move the chains. I believe that's the first down for Lincoln in the game today. So this could be something that they can build on as Dynasty throwing it across the middle of the field. Pass is going to be caught, and they are moving this football now. They are inside San Jose territory, and they will go hurry up as the pass was complete by Nathan Barnett yet again. So it goes all the way to the San Jose 48-yard line. Bryant Dynasty, a little sidearm throw, and what a sling as that will go for a first down as the pass was caught by Jay Moss. His first reception outside. And they still going hurry up here as Lincoln might have found something. Dynasty drop it back, have to chuck this one underneath. Pass is going to be caught by Gond, who's going to get positive yards and get 5 on the reception. Still wanting to go hurry up. Dynasty getting his troops back to the line of scrimmage, everybody in place. He goes under center, takes the snap, pump fakes. He's going to throw a deep pass. Is going to be caught by Barnett. What a catch. And they're still moving the ball. They're still going hurry up. That was actually caught by Connor Darian, the tight end for Lincoln. Bryant Dynasty dropping back, still likes what he sees, trying to throw it out, but it's going to be broken up on the play, and saying no to that was the number 27. That is going to be the backup corner, Jeffrey Goodwin, breaking it up and saying, you're not going to run this hurry up no more.
Yeah, no, and that was a good play, just stopping the momentum. In my opinion, this momentum could have carried on all the way to the end zone because, boy, Bryant seemed unstoppable.
Second down and 10, 39 seconds left to go in a very fast-moving first quarter. Full house handoff to the fullback going up the middle. He's inside the 10 to the 8.
Wow, just power down the middle. They are so close. This is probably this is going to be very pivotal for them if they want to match up with San Jose blow for blow. San Jose, they also looked unstoppable in their own when they were in their own drive. If Lincoln want to match up, they got to score 7 or 6 in this as well.
Ari Mills with the carry, taking it to a 3rd and 3 from the 8-yard line. High snap and getting hit in the backfield and getting dropped is Luther Gond. And that was just a good play from the San Jose defensive line. And just like that, we've come to the end of the very fast-moving first quarter with the score. San Jose on top in kind of a shocker, 7-0. You're watching the SFL Minor League on YouTube. We'll be back right after this. And we'll see the kick from Cliff Allen, the field goal. Looking to put some points on the board for the first time for the Lincoln Rattlesnakes. Snap is down, kick is on the way, and it's good from 27 yards out. And we've seen a couple drives now. What are you starting to pick up on, Mark, for these two teams?
These two teams, they have shown that their offense, they can generate a lot of yards forward. And therefore, it might be just a slight edging of the defense, just finding one pivotal stop down the road. I almost feel like we might see a shootout here. Back in the last play, though, before the first quarter ended, I got to give credit to Devin King. He just found his way in the backside of the scrimmage before the ball was even handed over, and just made a key tackle for loss. Great stop right there, stopping them for only 3 points.
And that was a 10-play, 66-yard drive. So that is the longest play-wise for either team in the game, and it was 10, and it ends up in a field goal. So probably not the drive that Lincoln had hoped, but you're still only down 4 as opposed to down 7 if they would have missed it. So we'll
Right.
see Ace Finnick coming out to start this first drive of the second quarter, and he will start from his own 33-yard line. As he drops back from under center, he pump fakes. He's got plenty of time. He can pitch a 10 back there, but it's going to run out, and he is going to be sacked. What a play. I mean, you're given so much time. There's only so much you could do, but as a quarterback, you just got to find somebody.
All right, find somebody, and these are the kinds of moments where you wish you had the safety valve to throw to. Fortunately, they didn't have one right there. Held the ball for too long. Credit to the defense, and just breaking through eventually.
Yeah, Igor Barbatov with the sack. So already backed 3 yards. It's going to be a 2nd and 13 from their own 30-yard line. Dynasty short drop. He's going to fire it out. Pass will be caught on the play, and that will be Doug Britton for his first reception, and it goes for a gain of 4 on the play.
Can I say though, I am impressed with both quarterbacks so far. Both quarterbacks have thrown for 100% this game. I know it's still early, but boy, have they found their stride in their own passing game.
Second, 3rd and 9, excuse me. So San Jose looking to convert a 3rd down. Split back formation out of the single back set. Finnick dropping back. He's going to look for the receiver, Britton, who just made the snag, but he was blanket covered downfield.
Yeah, just good coverage overall, good defensive play, and now they're punting. This is their first 3rd and out or 3 and out for San Jose, and now Lincoln, their opportunity to move the momentum back on their end. They already had it sort of beginning, building up steam on their previous drive. Can they convert for more points on their next drive?
Yeah, we'll see Johnny Lindstrom for the first time for San Jose punting the football away. 4th down and 9, so punting from his own 34-yard line. And looking to get some beautiful hang time here as it's going to be fielded at the 29-yard line, brought up to the 34. So that is where we will see Bryant Dynasty, who just led the drive that led to a field goal. Now is momentum starting to turn in favor of Lincoln.
Already so far, 83 yards for Dynasty and 9 of 9 completions. That's good for 9.2 yards per attempt. He is on fire. Let's see what the defense. I'm looking forward to what the secondary for San Jose has in store for him.
From their own 34-yard line, Dynasty will go under center, dropping back. Pressure starting to collapse in his face, but he fires it, and he's got a receiver running the out route. And what a beautiful snag that was. That was the tight end, Connor Darian, yet again.
Yeah, just good overall play right there. Solid plays.
Nice little throw from Bryant Dynasty. He tried a little bit of a pump fake, but still was able to get it out of there. So you can see the arm strength going towards the sideline. And it's going to set up a 2nd and inches here for Bryant Dynasty. Luther Gahn dotting the I, but it's going to be Dynasty who's going to try to get the first down. We'll have to see if they're going to give it to him. No, it's going to be 3rd down and inches. Beautiful play from the San Jose defensive line to read that beautifully.
Yeah, just good plays right there. And I guess they sort of expected it. This coming from Bryant, who is the #1 quarterback scrambler. A lot of, not a lot, but has some yards under his belt. They expected it and expected it well.
Looks like they're expecting the run again, but it's going to be a toss play, and Gahn will get just enough for the first down. His first positive run play, and it goes for a pickup of 2, and it's going to be a big pickup of 2, and that's going to move the chains.
And we talked about this, Jeff, before the game. Even if their running backs are gonna generate not a lot of yards, if their yards get them key moments, key points like first downs or touchdowns eventually, that's what's more important to the team.
Yeah, we already saw San Jose use their run game, and they went all the way for the touchdown. Their first play, pressure in his face, and luckily to just get it away is Dynasty. He finds the wide open receiver, Nathan Barnett, on the sidelines, picking up a gain of 9. It's going to be a 2nd and 1.
Second time this game where Bryant just in the face of pressure, not crumbling, making a solid pass. And Nate Barnett right there as well, recognizing his quarterback's in trouble. Go wide open, makes himself open, gets the catch. Good offensive play.
Dynasty under center on the 2nd down and 1. Gone in the backfield. As Dynasty moving around in the pocket, gonna fire a pass, gonna be caught by a wide open receiver running underneath route. Beautiful play concept there, and getting the reception. Number 46, the backup tight end Perry Larkin with the grab.
And so far, Jeff, I am very impressed by the route running um, in Lincoln. They're just finding their wide receivers are just finding themselves open, and Bryant just converts on those. And so kudos to both receiver and Bryant.
Is anybody guarding the receiver down on the lower part of
Doesn't
the
look like it.
formation? I don't know, but they're going to be tossing it anyway. And there goes God trying to break out a tackle. He does. He's at the 10, the 5. One man to beat, but he is going to go into the end zone. It's not going to matter. Zach Holdorf can't get the tackle. And there goes Gond into the end zone for the rushing touchdown. Now Lincoln takes the lead.
And beautiful play overall by Gon. I don't know if they were trying to pull a trick play by having one receiver down, but I actually thought San Jose read that well by not defending the receiver bottom of our screen earlier.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for them, and fortunately for Lincoln, Gond, just a beautiful run play puts him up at positive yards overall this game. His first touchdown. He's not gonna let Laura Harrell get all the glory in this running game. He's gonna get a touchdown of his own.
And we've seen this now. It's been the running game that's gotten him to the end zone for points. As the extra point attempt from Allen is through the uprights and good, making it a 10-7 ball game. But I mean, Mark, we talked about this. You brought this up. Which running game can they use that as a facet to get their offense going? And it looks like both teams have done that.
Yeah, 100%. Now this puts the pressure back on San Jose. Keep in mind, San Jose is the team that is fighting for their playoff lives. They are currently 1-4, and going down 1-5 will completely extinguish any hopes of the playoffs. So, they want to get this win. They want to be ahead early, and so they got to convert on this drive.
That was a 6-play, 65-yard drive with a 34-yard touchdown run from Lincoln just a series ago. And almost trying to break it out. That was Abraham Isaac on the return as Finich will get beautiful field position at his own 32-yard line. As you take a look at Horrell's numbers on the day, 7 carries. That's a 7.4 average. Your eyes are not deceiving you. She has done beautifully when she's been getting the football. As Finich dropping back all sorts of time. Gonna throw it beautiful. Waited for the receiver to come open. And what a dot. And what a strike it was from the quarterback, Ace Finnick, and that would be caught by Mike Simpson, the backup receiver.
And I believe that was in a tight window as well. You have, the defenders were not really looking at the ball as it arrived at to the receiver, but still good on Ace Finnick just finding his man, delivering the ball in the best place to catch it.
Yeah, Tommy Zanardi, number 56, the middle linebacker for Lincoln, was in coverage, but again, not looking towards the football, and Finnick just waited for his receiver to get open. Simpson, he did. There goes Horrell up the middle of the field, and she will pick up a gain of 4 as they will go in, as they are now inside Lincoln territory.
Man, Laura Horrell's first step is just so quick. She finds an opening, and she's in quick, in blink of an eye. I'm impressed. Lincoln is very hard pressed to stop her this game.
2nd and 6. Horrell getting the carry yet again with a blocker out in front. Nice spin move. He is loose down the middle of the field. Can she break away? She'll get tackled inside the 10 at the 8. And what a shoestring tackle. Oh, man. That was Ben Stackenpaper who had to come up and make the tackle for the touchdown saving. But look at that spin move.
Oh boy, yeah, and good blocking as well. The block was pivotal because it reduced the number of defenders that Laura had to worry about. And on a 1-on-1, Laura Harrell said, "I'm better than you." Makes a perfect spin move, and that was a beauty. I have no other words, Jeff.
Mark Lopez is officially speechless as Finnick throwing it out wide, but it's going to be broken up. Just kind of a bad play from Ace Finnick. He had plenty of time, but gave Nate Brown some time to get over there and break it up.
Yeah, and now that we are in another red zone situation, both teams have converted 4 touchdowns, but neither of them have converted a touchdown near the end zone. The previous touchdowns by both teams, I believe, were beyond the 20-yard line. back then.
2nd and goal. Finnick handed off to Horrell, who looks a little bit tired, but she's going to plow her way into the end zone. Taking defenders, it doesn't matter who, as she will get in for her 2nd rushing touchdown of the game and 2nd rushing touchdown of the season.
Man, oh man, what a machine Laura Horrell is. I think those legs have been pumped with, injection fuel. Just lots of energy, lots of power. Despite, 2 tacklers bringing her down. Her momentum doesn't stop anyway. Good enough for a touchdown.
She's been looking really solid. Remember, back in the first quarter, she dragged 4 defenders for Lincoln for a pickup of 4. So 2 guys seemed like nothing. Probably seemed like just paper compared to what she felt on the 3 with the 4 men dragging them along. And so the extra point attempt is through the uprights and good. San Jose reclaims the lead up 14-10. But what do you expect from Lincoln on this next drive?
I feel like they're just gonna stick to what has worked for them on their previous drive. Just find their men, find themselves open. They've also, mix and match their run plays and their pass plays. Bryant, as long as he can find his receivers downfield. So far, his yards per attempt is 9.3. He is way ahead of schedule in all his attempts so far. So if he's able to maintain a clean game, no interceptions, he should be good.
I just need to bring this stat up because Laura Horrell has come into this game with 106 rushing yards in total. She has 103 rushing yards right now in the first half alone on 10 carries and 2 touchdowns, averaging 10.3 yards per carry. She is getting it done, folks. So 1st down and 10. We'll have to see what Bryant Dynasty can do as he drops back 7 yards, pressure in his face, just has to fire it. Pass is gonna be caught and going for a gain of 9.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen on this game, the offense has been shining for both teams. We haven't mentioned a lot about the defenders yet because oh boy, the offense have either been pulling insane stunts in midair, Bryant throwing great passes in pressure, or the running backs just making big running plays. Boy, they're just rushing down the field.
So it's Luther Gond on the reception for 9 as Dynasty throwing it under pressure, and it is going to be caught by the fullback, Ari Mills, getting out there and getting his hands on it as Gary Clem having to come down and make the tackle.
Are you kidding me? Not only was it under pressure, he made it while he was going down. He was already buckled by the time the ball left his hands, but still the ball lands in a great spot for the defender. Way ahead of him, nowhere to be caught by the defender and the receiver. Wow, what a play. Bryant, wow.
Yeah, this game is getting out of hands now. I love defense, but man, these offenses are just going at it as John going up the middle of the field for 2 before Gary Clem having to make the tackle.
And Gary Clem and the rest of the linebacker core got to step up if they want to sort of apply more pressure to both the run and pass game of Bryant, because so far in the past 2 drives, none of them have resulted in punts. The past 2 drives, Lincoln has scored.
2nd and 8. Oh, they jumped again as Dynasty will carry the football for a short game, but they will undoubtedly take the 5 free yards.
And that was Ross Napoli, I believe, on the violation right there. And if you're the coach, you're going to have a stern talking to when you guys go back in the locker room. That's already two violations, I believe, from San Jose.
Yeah.
Or was the other one by Lincoln?
No, the other one was Lincoln.
Right.
So that was Igor Barbatov for Lincoln, and now Pete Smith gets called for it for San Jose. So both teams with giving the opposing offense 5 free yards. And Dynasty's going to be hit and drop, and that is going to be Napoli, who you just mentioned, and he comes around and he gets his first sack of the ball game.
And Napoli's like, it's okay, coach. I'll quickly make up for my error. Here's a sack for you. Wow, just a big impact. This time, Bryant Dynasty unable to throw away the ball as it's going down.
And he just threw Dynasty to the turf like he was a ragdoll. That's something you if you're the offensive line for the Lincoln Rattlesnakes, you don't want to see your quarterback getting thrown around like that. So Dynasty dropping back all sorts of time, but it's going to start to collapse. He needs to do something with the football, and he's going to take off and run, but it's going to be fumbled, and it's going to be picked up by San Jose. What a play!
Oh boy, what a play indeed. And I thought that Brian Dynasty, he must have slid way too late. No, he didn't even slide at all. Lowered his shoulder, and the impact just threw the ball out of his control. Wow, unfortunate turn of events for Brian Dynasty and the Lincoln Rattlesnakes.
Devin King coming up and forcing the football, and on the recovery was the free safety, Corey Nichols. Johnny on the spot with the recovery and giving the football back to this San Jose offense. Finnick under center in the I formation, dropping back. He's got all sorts of time, and he's going to try to take off. No, he still has the football. He makes a spin move. He's loose. He's at the 40. He needs to get down and not fumble, and he will. He'll be tackled at the 33-yard line.
I thought that impact was going to become a fumble because of how perpendicular the defender was to Fennec when he was, when they collided. But great on him to hold on to that ball. I'm impressed that he was able to spin away and get away from the pressure.
Wow, what a spin move. He made that defender look silly. Probably didn't even think that Ace Finnick can do that. And Finnick will hand it off to Horrell because she's had a good game, tries to make a spin move, but this time the defense is like, you can fool us once with your quarterback, but you're not going to fool us again there. And she will get stopped for a gain of 4.
So my theory is Ace Finnick was probably trying to be, trying to act like Laura Horrell, pretending to be her and make, make a run play. That was an impressive spin move. He was more successful in his spin move than Laura in this last one.
2nd and 6. Finnick going to throw this one out behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be ruled incomplete as Stacking Paper was in coverage as Finnick was looking for his receiver, Doug Britton.
And I think it was good that it was an incompletion. Otherwise, a tackle for loss was in order right there. He was way behind, or not way behind, but a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. A tackle there puts him 2 yards behind. It would have been 3rd and 8. Now they're just 3rd and 6, more manageable for him.
And Finnick will go under center on this 3rd down and 6. Inside the 30-yard line, handoff to Horrell, trying to bust it outside, but she cannot. She'll be stopped just 2 yards short. And what a play coming down and making it was number 37, Alexander Ramsey.
Not for Laura Horrell. They might have just found a stopping point, they might have just found a way to stop her because the past few plays, she hasn't gained more than 5 yards.
And that is the 2-minute warning for the SFL Minor League Week 6 coverage between the Lincoln Rattlesnakes and the San Jose Flight. We'll be back with the last 2 minutes of the first half right after this. And coming out of the 2-minute warning, David Seifert, the kicker for San Jose, will come out to attempt the field goal. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Snap was a little high, but the place is down. Kick is on the way, and it's through the uprights and good from 41 yards out. So San Jose adds 3 points to their lead and extends it out 17-10.
That was just a grinded out drive, with 11 plays, 49 yards. It only ended up as a field goal, but setting them up to be 7 points ahead is, with a back and forth game like this, the one team that is ahead by at least 7 has the better chance of if they get the last ball of the game, just going for it and winning it. So,
and Lincoln did receive the football first, so
true.
San Jose will get the ball to start the second half. But more importantly, San Jose with 11-play, 49-yard drive, which resulted in a field goal. So that was the longest play-wise in the entire game, which Lincoln had 10. So San Jose taking the lead with 11-play drive. And we will see what Bryant Dynasty can do after fumbling the football and giving the ball back to San Jose. If he could calm down a little bit and maybe lead this team down the field. They have all 3 timeouts remaining.
Interesting stat from the previous drive. That Ace Fennec run, that was for 19 yards.
He definitely took the place of Laura Horrell on that drive as he got that spin move that still people are talking about in chat. And Bright Dynasty dropped it back, throwing this one over the middle of the field, but beautiful hit on the play as Dynasty was looking for the receiver coming across the middle of the field, Tony Hall, but it was broken up beautifully.
Yeah, now San Jose just starting to clamp down on their defense with this big impact tackles, not allowing any conversion so far. Bryant has been good on his on his completions and his completion percentage, but now the San Jose preventing any of those.
2nd and 10 with 1:48 left to go. Dynasty in a split back, single back formation as he drops back. Pocket starting to collapse, so this one's out wide, and it will be caught, and enough for the first. Oh, they're going to mark him just short. It's going to be 3rd and inches as the pass was caught by Jay Moss.
Interesting. In my perspective, it almost looked like he was over the line before going out of bounds, but no challenge it seems.
Yeah, I definitely thought he was across the line of scrimmage too, but they must have thought that the knee or the foot dragged just as prior he was going out of bounds. So we'll see if this comes back, if the call comes back to bite him as a quarterback run, and Dynasty is loose, and he will pick up enough for the first down and getting up to the 44-yard line.
He is loose indeed, just down the middle. It's not even, he needed a few inches. He picked up, what, 5 yards? Pick up 6 yards in that play.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he would do the Ace Finnick impression and try to spin and keep being loose, but I guess my loose call was kind of, I guess, a little
Not
bit
loose enough.
trudge. Yeah, he wasn't loose enough as getting the handoff gone, breaking out of the tackle somehow and picking up a gain of 7, 2nd down and 3, and they will go hurry up as Dynasty will go under center. Gone in the backfield, but it's going to be a handoff to Mills, trying to get enough for the first down. He breaks out of 1 tackle, but he's not going to break out of the second one from Josh Santini. And it's going to set up a 3rd down and 1, and they will still go hurry up, even though they have all 3 timeouts remaining. We're under a minute left to go. Handoff to Mills yet again. Can he get enough for the first down? He did not get enough for the first down. And who else but Josh Santini yet again. And they will call their first timeout. They are the Lincoln Rattlesnakes.
And wow, boy oh boy, great defense by San Jose, especially Josh Santini. We were waiting to call this guy's name because in the previous game, he was stellar across the board, putting stats in tackles for loss, pass deflections, and 1 interception last game. Not to mention 9 solo tackles, and that was a great defensive play the last play.
And they go for it on 4th down, and they convert. Gutsy play call. I knew something was up when they called the timeout, even though it was 4th and inches. And the pass goes out to the fullback, Ari Mills, who picks up enough for the first down. Dynasty, hurry up here. Pressure in his face and thrown down like a rag doll. And that was Andre Krim. Yeah, they are still going to go hurry up with 20 seconds left. They are not in the right formation at all to try to take a shot downfield. Dynasty takes the snap. Pressure in his face again, and he goes down.
Oh,
and it looks like they're just going to let this one go as Andre Krim with another sack. And Lincoln's calling a timeout with 3 seconds left, so they're going to try a little bit of a Hail Mary action here.
I would have called the timeout 1 play earlier, just set up a better, set themselves up for a better field goal position probably, but, this was their decision, and we'll see if Bryant Dynasty can pull off a miracle in this first half to tie the game 17-17 potentially.
3rd and 20. Dynasty a little heated on the sidelines with his head coach, Josh Fuentes. Maybe not liking the play calling that happened on the last 2 plays, but we'll have to see with 3 seconds left. Quad receivers to the bottom of the formation. He's just going to chuck this one as far as he can. There it is. It's a Hail Mary throw to the end zone, and it's going to be intercepted by the San Jose defense. Who's that? That's number 38 for San Jose, coming up with a beautiful interception on the final play, as that was the strong safety, Kelsey McCollum.
And I got my colors mixed up for a quick minute right there. I thought black was Lincoln, but no, it was an interception.
And so we've come to halftime with a little bit of a shocker on our hands. San Jose on top of Lincoln, 17-10. And as we come into the halftime studio, Mark, just give us some of your quick thoughts on what you've seen in the first half of play.
I think everyone can agree with me that this game has been highlighted by great offense. 10-17. They could have actually, I believe both teams could have scored more in this first half. There have been some sloppy plays that ended up in punts. There was an interception. um, thrown by Ace Fennec. But so far, the offense I have been impressed by their offense, especially Laura Horrell, just providing the extra boost for San Jose. Actually, it's not even a boost. She is the main weapon so far this game. 111 yards in 12 attempts. And she dwarfs Ace Fennec's 54 yards in 9 attempts. So just goes to show how much they have game planned against Lincoln. And yeah, I said earlier this game, in the beginning of the game, it is going to be up to San Jose. It is their onus to inject this run game into their offense against a team that has struggled against rushing yards.
And so Bryant Dynasty, 143 passing yards. He's 14 of 18, 77.8% completion, 1 interception, and he also has 1 fumble on the day. Ace Fennec, 54 yards. He's 5 of 9, 55.6% completion. No turnovers yet. He does have 1 turnover, excuse me. He does have an interception. But man, Laura Horrell has been showing everybody, showing the world what she can do, as 111 yards, 12 attempts, 2 touchdowns, her first 2 touchdowns of her minor league career. And I'm sure those aren't going to be the last 2 touchdowns that she scores, because what she is doing in the game today is just, I mean, it's really impressive. I mean, even when Lincoln, with their defense coming in really hot, and San Jose, like, okay, here, we're just going to run the football, something that maybe they haven't really predicated their offense on, and Lincoln still can't stop it with all their firepower on defense.
Absolutely. And I think this is also a smart mid-season adjustment by the offensive coaching staff of San Jose, realizing that Ace Fennec struggling a bit on his completion percentage. How do we remedy that? Why don't we run our balls? Or why don't we run our offense through our running backs and see how that pans out? Well, Jeff, I think it panned out really well for them in the first half.
And just some the receivers of note: Jay Moss, 20 yards on 2 receptions. Nathan Barnett for Lincoln, 58 yards on 4 receptions. Tony Hall still without a reception to note. Connor Darian with 25 yards on 2 receptions for Lincoln. San Jose, their receiving core. Abraham Isaac, kind of surprising. He hasn't been targeted yet. Doug Britton, 4 yards on 1 reception. Zarkov, 9 yards on 1 reception. And Rudy Ray Dunn, who had the beautiful reception for 12 yards in the very first series of the first quarter, has gone. That was his only target. And so we will see what San Jose can do. Ace Fennec coming out for the first drive of the second half, and he's looked pretty impressive. We'll have to see if they continue to go with Laura Horrell, or if they're going to try to maybe stretch it out through the air. But they are in a running formation right now, as Fennec will go under center in the full house backfield. And there goes Horrell. She is loose again, dragging defenders. Look at that power. She didn't want to go down, and a pickup of 8.
Yeah, and she is just picking up where she left off in the previous half, just going for it down the middle. She says, I have the power, I have the speed and finesse to overcome you guys 1 and 4 trying to stop me.
Just want to thank Jason doing the stats for us. You guys know him as JL Browning in Discord, doing the stats, keeping us on our toes with the stats. As that's a 2nd down and 2 as Horrell tries to go outside, but she's going to be hit and dropped for no gain on the play.
Yeah, good defense right there. Shout out to people in our chat who have been with us in this amazing game so far. Mark Hurwitz, Stephen McMichaels, Big One 360, Hike the Earth, Camp Commandant, and others.
Horrell trying to get something going, but she's going to be hit and dropped for a loss of 1 on the play. As that was Wade coming from the linebacker spot to get the tackle for loss. And more importantly, San Jose goes 3 and out.
Yeah, and it's pivotal because not only was it a 3 and out, it was a 3 and out when they were already at 2nd and 1. So great defensive play overall by Lincoln in this specific drive.
So the punt will come from Johnny Lindstrom, and it's away. He's going to be fielded at the 28-yard line and trying to get something going, but he's going to be hit and dropped at the 35-yard line, so we will see Bryant Dynasty. But what do you expect from the Lincoln Rattlesnakes offense for the second half?
Well, I feel like the couple of drives where they were unable to convert have come from pressure provided by the defense, and we already knew that Bryant has been easily sacked in his past 2 appearances. So maybe just get the ball out faster or run it through Luther Gone more often.
Finnick dropping, Dicey dropping back, gonna have to fire this one underneath. Pass will be caught, and that will be number 46, the backup tight end, with the reception, and that's Perry Larkin.
Yeah, and again we see Bryant Dynasty just finding himself in situations where he has to be creative in his vision and ball throwing abilities. Again, that was a lot of pressure. Just a lot of credit, so I guess, for the defensive line throughout this whole game so far.
Pick up a 3 on the last reception as Dynasty throwing a shot downfield. Pass is going to be caught, laying out for it and taking a shot while he did it. Adam Jones coming down the free safety, or strong safety, laying the wood on number 87, Nathan Barnett, who makes the first grab from a receiver. Boy, that was not the first grab, but that was the longest throw that we've seen from Dynasty in the game today.
And just extending right there, putting his body on the line. Those are the kind of plays you want to see in the major league as well. And as these rookies, as these players are looking to increase their stock, Nate Barnett says, "Look at me, scouts. This is what I can do."
And they go into San Jose territory to the 36. Handoff to God, who absolutely gets destroyed by Krim yet again for a loss of 2.
I mean, when you have a 6'4", 290-pound guy coming your way and impacting you, I don't think anyone's gonna not fall down.
He went in untouched as well. I'm surprised God held on to the football.
Exactly.
There are some shots that you see from SFL that you're like, geez, but man, Andre Krim showing that he's going to be a force at the next level. As Dynasty goes under center, empty set, dropping back, and fire this one out route, but it bounces off the hands and incomplete. He was looking for Tony Hall on the outside.
Potatoes were too hot today.
And so Bryant Dynasty is hit with the drops yet again. That one would have been a huge conversion. It would have made this third down a little bit more manageable. But here, 3rd down and 12 for Bryant Dynasty and the Lincoln Rattlesnakes offense. As this is their first drive of the second half. They don't want to have a 3 and out here. Just on the cusp of field goal range. Dynasty with the pressure in his face, throwing it on the run, but it's going to be out of bounds, and there is not a receiver in the vicinity.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. Not a receiver open downfield, and that just goes credit to the secondary of San Jose. Very good coverage. And yeah, again, now, how many drives in a row? Lincoln just unable to score. This will be their 1, 2, their second drive in a row, unable to score. So their last scoring drive has been that 34-yard touchdown earlier in the first half.
Pete Edwards will come out to attempt the punt, and backing away from it is Isaac, and it will hit and bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So Edwards not able to pin San Jose deep, and the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. So, Mark, we've seen a couple of just 2 drives that have stalled out from both sides. What are you expecting from San Jose on this one to make sure that their drive doesn't stall out?
I mean, just solid plays. Laura Hall, just keep the ball running through her. But the offensive line has to be, strong as well in making openings for her.
Oh, throwing across the middle of the field, almost intercepted on the play, but it falls incomplete. Abraham Isaac finally getting a target, but it falls incomplete as Ben Stackenpaper was in coverage along with Alexander Ramsey.
And we see right here the sort of weakness of Ace Fennec being exemplified. His connections to his wide receivers are a little bit subpar, under 60% in the season for him, which is why Laura Horrell has been a breath of fresh air for this offense. You ask me what they could do to not stall this drive out. I want to see 5 yards, 6 yards every other time for Laura Horrell.
Tommy Zanardi, the middle linebacker, was in coverage, getting the pass deflection as it fell incomplete. And there's Isaac with a grab out wide, and it will go for a pickup of 4.
Yeah, actually, short passes out also work for him. or should also work for this team, because on short passes they have been pretty good. And if it's passes like those where a receiver is wide open, does it consistently, they should be successful. Ace Fennec should be successful.
And my eyes are deceiving me. That was Doug Britton, number 19, with the reception that went for a gain of 4. So 3rd down and 6. Can San Jose convert this 3rd down? Throwing it out wide, but the coverage is there. And luckily, it wasn't intercepted. Coming up, that was just a beautiful play from the cornerback for Lincoln as it broken that play up. That was Nate Brown.
Yeah, good play right there. I wonder though, San Jose, the receiver, his position might be just behind the first down line even. So even if he made a catch, might just be a little bit behind the first down. But still, now another punt from San Jose. 3 drives in a row in the second half. Now the defense's turn to show up and play stellar defense.
Oh, what a move to get something out of nothing as the returner getting just enough. That was the returner for Lincoln. That was number 88, Tony Hall, on the kick return. As we saw the punt from Johnny Lindstrom. So yeah, just like you said, 3 straight 3-and-outs or 3 punts from both teams. We'll have to see what gives, as both teams look to be fighting for the momentum here. And can Bryant Dynasty lead the offense downfield? Starts in the I formation. It'll be a handoff to Gond, and he will go up the middle, but he's going to be hit only for a gain of 1.
I'm impressed so far. Plays have ended in the trenches. Like lots of tackle for losses already in this second half. So now both teams might have tired out their offense, or we're seeing impeccable defensive adjustments.
2nd and 9. Dynasty, nice route, and the pass is going to be caught, and paying the price is the receiver, Zach Holdorf, coming down and laying the wood, and that was caught by Nathan Barnett.
And when the game slows down like this, that's a price you are willing to pay. Just keep the chains moving. Inch yourself closer and closer, because 10-17 and the game slowed down. Suddenly 7 points looks like a big hurdle.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You're watching the Simulation Football League Minor League Week 6 action on YouTube. Toss play out for Lincoln, as Gond is going to be hit and dropped in the backfield by Ryan Owens.
Yeah, Ryan Owens and the linebacker core, the rest of the linebacker core of San Jose, just able to spot him almost every single time.
2nd and 12. Lincoln is inside San Jose territory at the 47-yard line. As Dynasty dropping back and to fire this one out. Pass is going to be caught, trying to make a spin move to pick up some extra yards. But that was Tony Hall on the reception, and it will go all the way to a 3rd and inches. So they are in prime real estate to convert this 3rd down.
Yeah, credit to Tony Hall finding himself open. Maybe a spin move was not the best option. Maybe just lowering the shoulder and forcing his way through strength. But still, 3rd and inches, pretty good position.
Gone with their carry, but it doesn't look like he's going to get there. Defense read that beautifully. What a play from the San Jose defense. Devin King, Gary Clem were all in the backfield.
And this defense making me look bad, saying that they had a very good chance of converting. They said, nope, nothing for you.
And Lincoln's gonna go for it on this 4th down and 1. They went for it at the end of the first half and got it on the conversion to keep the drive alive. But Dynasty hit as he throws, and it falls incomplete, and they will give the ball back to San Jose.
Incredible defense right there. You gotta love the guts of Bryant Dynasty, because you had an inkling that it might be successful, but no, just a San Jose defense recognizing everything. That was Ross Napoli again, just sort of getting into the guts of the offense of the defensive or the offensive line, finding Bryant Dynasty and just bringing him down.
And they will give the ball back to Ace Finnick and the San Jose Flight offense, as Finnick will start in the shotgun formation with these guys, 2 running back and a fullback in the backfield. And he takes a shot downfield, and it's going to fall off the hands and incomplete. He was looking for the receiver, Doug Britton, but it falls off the hands.
And that looked like a great teardrop throw, not a teardrop throw, but a great arc on the throw as well. But I believe that was number 99 on the tackle. But yeah, great defense right there. Almost look you said it almost looked like a catch too.
2nd and 10 now from their own 35-yard line. Finnick in the shotgun formation. He's got Horo lined up to his right as he takes the shotgun snap. Going to fire this one underneath. Pass is going to fall incomplete. As Finnick cannot buy a completion here.
Yeah, and both teams, despite turnovers and forcing the other team to punt, we have not seen a play that has lasted more than about 6 plays or 7 plays.
Third and 10. Can Ace Finnick convert this 3rd down attempt, or will it be another 3 and out? Finnick dropping back from the shotgun formation, going to fire it. It's a wobbler, and it's going to be caught. And there goes receiver downfield. He breaks out of tackle to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown San Jose as Zerdin Zarkov. What a reception. It was a wobbler from Ace Finnick, but it doesn't matter when it lands into the hands of Zarkov, and he did the rest, breaking out of the tackle from Nate Brown, and he gets the house call here as San Jose adds to their lead.
What? The 4th target to Varadin Zarkov, and he picks up a giant touchdown right there. We talked about that earlier in this game that he was the number 3 in yards per reception receiver across the league. He might be the secret weapon of San Jose. Well, he is. No one saw that coming. That was a huge play from him.
That is the 2nd touchdown of the season for Zarkov, as the extra point attempt is through the uprights and good. And they extend the lead now. It's now 2-score ball game, 24-10. And for everybody to keep a track of the drive summary at home, that was a 3-play, 65-yard drive, which resulted in a 65-yard touchdown pass from Finnick to Zarkov. And Zarkov did the rest, breaking out of the tackle and getting into the end zone. And we'll see. Bryant Dynasty needs to start putting drives together if he wants to win this football game tonight, as Tony Hall will bring the football out to the 28-yard line. But Mark, more importantly, what can Lincoln do to get the momentum back on offense?
It's almost difficult to say what they can do because we have seen them try to go through the running play with very little success. Their passing plays so far in the second half have been stifled by the San Jose defense. But I guess in this case, in this first play of this drive, they're going through Bryant's offense.
Dynasty under center, dropping back from the empty set. He's going to fire this one underneath. Pass is going to be caught by the receiver, and he's going to be stopped only for a pickup of 8 as Jay Moss with the reception.
And Jay Moss, again, one of the top receivers for Bryant Moss and for this Lincoln offense. If they could use him more, now you're down 14 points, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. You got to move the ball downfield more quickly.
Now up to the 36-yard line, 2nd and 2, as Dynasty barking out some signals to the rest of the offense. As Horo will get the carry, a spin move, and one of the good carries that she's had in the second half. She's been kind of quiet, but there it goes for enough for the first down to the 42-yard line. Dynasty on this first down and 10 will go under center. He's got Horo in the I formation. Ari Mills, the fullback, as Dynasty dropping back. Going to fire this one underneath. Pass is going to be caught, making a move. What a play. Tony Hall with the reception, getting it up for the first down inside San Jose territory down to the 47.
And now they're finding their rhythm in the second half. Stumbled a bit in the earlier parts of the third quarter, but finding their momentum again. And yeah, now Bryant has been, solid and consistent so far this game, throwing for 72%. Just got to find his own rhythm again.
Dynasty across the middle of the field. He was looking for his fullback, Ari Mills, and it falls off the hands and incomplete.
Yeah. Again, good defense right there. Missed opportunity. A lot of these cases where Brian throws to a defender that is closely guarded, but a great defensive tackle or a great tackle just just throws the ball off of the receiver's hands.
Gone land up to the left of Brian Dynasty on this second down and 10 from the 47-yard line of San Jose, throwing it underneath. Pass will be caught. Connor Darden with the grab, and it's going to set up a third down and 7.
Yeah, just slowly but surely, just moving forward. You don't wanna end your drive in another punt. They are still at the 44-yard of San Jose. Just set yourselves up much closer for a better opportunity to score.
3rd and 7. Dynasty dropping back. He's got Gone coming out, but they're going to throw it. It's going to be intercepted by San Jose, going back the other way. What a grab. It's coming up with the interception. Corey Nichols, who has a fumble recovery and now has an interception to his name.
Oh my goodness, what a play. What a coverage right here. There was a wide open man for Brian Dynasty in his safety valve direction, but throws it to his receiver. Oh boy, what an interception that was.
That could be the turning point of the ball game if San Jose could go down and tack on some more points to add to this lead. Already 24-10, 1st down and 10 for Ace Finnick, who's going to throw it over the middle of the field. Pass is going to be caught as getting the reception on the play. That was number 47 for San Jose, the tight end Clinton Wilkerson.
And now San Jose, ironically enough, they are not the Rattlesnakes, but it seems that they are the ones who are now, attempting to tighten their coil around this Lincoln team and coming away with a win.
2nd and 3 after the throw to Wilkerson. Finnick under center. Going to be a handoff to Horrell, trying to go up the middle, and she will get close. She'll be just a yard short. Going to set up a 3rd down and 1.
And Laura Horrell up to 116 yards in 15 attempts. Pretty good in this day.
Been kind of quiet in the second half. Hasn't really done much that we saw in the first half. We'll have to see. She's going to get a lot of carries now, as it looks like San Jose's going to start bleeding some of this clock out. And there goes Horrell, and she'll be close. It's going to be 4th and inches coming up. What a beautiful play from Horrell KT with the tackle.
And sometimes when you're family, you just know where they're going to come up in the field. Great tackle right there. And as he said, we are not seeing a lot of the success of what Laura Horrell has been showing in the first half. But that's a lot of credit to this defense for just picking up the pace.
And they are out here going to try to convert this 4th down. Horrell trying to get there, but she cannot. She takes a shot. Oh, what a play. As that was Katie Horrell yet again laying in the wood on Laura. And it's going to be a turnover on down. So both teams going for it on 4th down, and both teams coming up short.
I am sorry, but familial ties are not going to stop these two from just colliding head to head. And on this time, Katie Horrell coming up on top.
Brian Dynasty getting another chance here to put some points on the board. He drops back from under center. Pocket starting to collapse, and down he goes. He's going to be sacked.
And Brian Dynasty just set his feet too much on the ground, unable to move around a lot. That was a sack. It came up to his blind side, but if he was more active with his feet, could have avoided that easily. But anyway, good sack right there.
We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. San Jose on top, 24-10. We'll be back with the 4th quarter of action right after this. You're watching the Simulation Football League Minor League on YouTube. As Eric Surratt getting credit with a sack on Dynasty just to play it go. 2nd and 16 as we are entering the 4th quarter. Dynasty under center, dropping back. Gall starts the time. He's going to chuck it deep downfield, and it's going to be intercepted by San Jose. Josh Santini with the interception, as it looks like Dynasty was looking for Nathan Barnett.
Wow, beautiful play right there. Josh Santini, another interception. He had one in last week's game. Josh Santini is not his name's not being called a lot in this game, but he has made a lot of pivotal plays so far. That's gotta be a gut wrencher.
Coming up with a huge interception, his second on the season. And it's a big one as it gives the ball back to Ace Finnick, who goes under center. There goes Horo up the middle, and she will only get a gain of 1, if anything.
Let's see if Katie Horo was on that collision as well. Probably not, but good. Another tackle on Laura Horo that ended up with a 1-yard rushing play this time.
Tommy Zanardi with the tackle on Laura Horo on the last play, only holding her to a gain of 1. So 2nd down and 9 from their own 36. It's Finnegan under center, dropping back. He's got to do something with it, but the pocket's going to collapse, and down he goes for another sack. Igor Barbatov getting his sack in here, and what a big one it was as he gets in there and destroys the offensive line for San Jose.
And that is the second sack on Fennec today. Incredible plays by both defenses, just finding their way through the trenches.
3rd and 15 for Ace Finnick. The shotgun formation takes a snap as he fires it to the receiver coming out of the route. Beautiful throw. Can he get enough for the first down? It was going to be close. Abraham Isaac with the reception, and he's going to be just a yard short of the first down. So it's going to be interesting to see. They went for it on 4th down, but is this the point where you just punt the football back?
I mean, you are in the 4th quarter, 9 minutes to go. Even if you punt, you can punt it back because so far the defense of San Jose have proven to be very nasty in stopping any sort of forward progress.
Rufus Ryan with the tackle on Abraham Isaac, holding him just 1 yard short of the first down. So 4th down and 1, and we will see Johnny Lindstrom punting this football away. It's going to be fielded by Tony Hall. It's going to be brought up to the 44-yard line. So what are we going to see from Brian Dynasty? Oh, there's a flag on the field. This is going to be the all-important clipping call, and the flight will accept. So it looks like Malone hurting the Rattlesnakes here, and they're going to be backed up in their own field position.
And down 2 scores, this is definitely going to make it more challenging for them. You're asking earlier, what can we see or what will we see from Brian Dynasty? Well, if I were him, I would just throw either safer passes along the sides or an out route, because a lot of his passes have been, now he has 2 interceptions in this game.
Dynasty dropping back with the pressure in his face, and down he goes. That's Andre Krim with another one.
And guess what? That is sack number 5 on Brian Dynasty. That's his 15th in 3 games.
That's something we talked about coming into the game, that Dynasty has been one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the SFL minor league, and here the offensive line is just not holding anybody at bay. And Dynasty will have to pitch this one to God, who makes a nice move, but the defense is just waiting. There's only a pickup of 1, and they get the ball to the 11-yard line.
An interesting choice to go for a run play, because not only has it not been successful for the Lincoln offense, but it's sort of killing their time as well.
3rd down and 12, just like that, in a snap of the fingers. 2 plays, and now it's 3rd down and 12. Dynasty dropping back from under center. Chuck this one deep, off the hands, and off the hands again, and it falls incomplete. As it was a tip drill, Ryan Owens was there, Zach Holdorf was there, and it falls incomplete. As Dynasty not intercepted on this drive, but more importantly, 3 and out for him, and they'll have to put the football away.
And that's gotta take the spirits out of you if you're a Lincoln fan. I know a lot of people in chat is, sort of placing their hopes. They still put their hopes that Brian can do this. But this is now a very dire situation, Jeff. I believe for Lincoln, 8 minutes. And now, San Jose, if they just keep running the ball, 8 minutes is nothing.
Yeah, we're getting to that point. Witching hour. Defense for Lincoln's going to have to come up with a stop. More importantly, a pick 6 would be awfully a gift for them, as down 2 scores. They got to get something going here real quick. So 1st down and 10 for Ace Finnick under center. And in the I formation, Laura Horrell in the backfield dotting the I. And it's going to be a handoff to Horrell going up the middle of the field, but she is going to be met at the line and only a pickup of 1.
Another run that is only a 1-yard play. This Lincoln defense is desperate now, and it has been working wonders for them against the running play of Laura Horrell.
That was Isaac Yorn, backup middle linebacker, getting the tackle, meeting Horrell at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 9 from the 44-yard line as Finnick barking out orders. Horrell in the backfield. Finnick dropping back and chuck this one, and it's going to be caught on the sidelines as Britton getting some positive yards, going to set up a 3rd down and 1. So very manageable 3rd down to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, and good play right there by the good tackle right there. Preventing the 1st down and preventing any more time to be wasted. But now this is a key moment, 3rd and 1. It looks like they're going to run it through Laura Horrell. Lincoln got to come up big on this defensive play.
3rd down and 1. Hand off to Horrell, who gets enough for the 1st down. Pickup of 3, but more importantly, moves the chains for the San Jose flight.
And now the bells are reckoning for Lincoln's defeat. Now 6 minutes left. What else do they have left in the bag? Probably a miracle turnover off of a fumble or a pick 6 leading to a touchdown, but they got to do it quick.
As Finnick under center, again, just looking to run the clock out. They've been doing this since maybe 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Pass is going to be caught over the middle of the field as Rudy Ray Dunn with the reception.
And even if these passes are, sort of for short yards, now because they're being caught in the middle of the field, time just keeps flowing. And Lincoln, this is not what they want to happen.
2nd and 6. Split back formation. Finnick dropping back, firing this, and it's almost going to be intercepted. That was the one that they needed. As KT Horrell, it bounces off her hands and incomplete, as she would have had green grass in front of her.
Absolutely, and it almost seemed like the hopes and prayers would have been answered, but too much bounce on the hands of Katie Horrell, and those dreams might have been dashed. We shall see a few more plays before Lincoln taps out.
3rd and 6. Finnick in the shotgun formation where Horrell lined up to his right. A little bit of shovel pass, and it's going to be read beautifully. And it's going to go nowhere, so they're going to have to kick the field goal here and settle for it.
A potentially 45, 50-yard, approximately 45-yard field goal. Definitely doable from them. Lincoln, you got to come up with a miracle block right here.
So the punting unit will come out, the field goal unit. David Seifert. Snap is low. The guy was there for the block, and he kicks it anyway, and he misses it. He misses it. David Seifert hasn't missed a field goal all season, and here it just comes up a little bit short. Is this exactly what Lincoln needed?
It's a start. It is a start, Jeff, because they have little time right now. That was the first of miracles they needed. Just no score from San Jose from that drive that almost looked like they could score off of it. But now they got to come up with 2 touchdowns in 5 minutes. When the ball goes back to San Jose, they got to make a defensive miracle as well.
Bryant Dynasty under center, dropping back. He's got to throw the ball away, and he does, and it's somehow completed. And what a play it was. What a grab, as that was the tight end, Connor Darian.
Yeah, what a grab. But you would have wished for more yards on this play. But still, they're going to go for it. Hopes on Bryant Dynasty and making bigger plays down the field.
Went for a gain of 4, setting up a 2nd and 6. I don't know. I don't like the formations that they're running here. They need to start chucking it downfield. Dynasty does. Wide open, and why should I question it when it happens like that? And boy, Nathan Barnett torches the San Jose defense and gets the ball all the way down inside their San Jose territory to the 27. Dynasty hurrying it up, throwing it to Barnett yet again. Driving catch, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, no. Oh boy, that looked like it wasn't the hands already.
Oh man, yeah. I thought for sure that he was going to catch that for a diving touchdown grab, but it just as he was coming to the turf, it hits and falls incomplete. San Jose living on the edge here. Dynasty looking for some points. Dropping back from under center, going to throw this one underneath to give us a little bit of a break, and it's going to be caught as Tony Hall with the reception. So first down grab going for 10 yards, and they'll go hurry up, first down and 10. Dynasty will have to chuck this one underneath, but it hits off the hands of Gond, and it falls incomplete.
Oh boy. I am still sort of stuck in that last missed opportunity for a touchdown. Nathan Barnett must be kicking himself right now. But it is not the time to be kicking yourself because you still have minutes to play. You still have your life left to put on the line and come up with a miracle comeback win.
Barnett, 129 receiving yards on 7 receptions, so definitely doing the work for and helping Brian Dynasty move this ball downfield. And Dynasty will fire it. Pass is going to be caught enough to move the chains. Tony Hall with the reception. And they're going to have to go hurry up here. And Barnett with another reception, so adding to his total. Dynasty throwing this one underneath to Gond, who gets it this time and will get down to the 3-yard line. They will go hurry up. 4:02 left to go in the fourth quarter. All 3 timeouts to go. But they're going to save those as Dynasty looking to put points on the board. Dynasty taking the snap. Pressure starting to collapse. Throws it to the back of the end zone. It's going to be battled up in the air and fall incomplete.
Now, interestingly enough, this entire drive has been, hurry up offense, except for when the ball died and the time, or when the clock died. But good defense right here by number 22, Zach Holdorf, just stopping what looked like the momentous touchdown for Lincoln.
Their pass deflection for Holdorf, playing a beautiful game. He's got 5 tackles, 1 pass deflection on the game. 3rd down and goal. Dynasty under center. Gond in the backfield. Got the fullback Ari Mills, but they're going to pitch it. This play hasn't worked all game, and again it doesn't work as San Jose reading it like a book as Holdorf was in there along with Gary Clem.
And Gary Clem was already behind the line of scrimmage before the ball was pitched. And because the quarterback, your action as a pitch is backwards, you can't even see it developing behind you.
4th and goal, and they are going to go for it. Empty set shot under center formation. Dynasty throwing this on the outright. It's caught it into the end zone. Tony Hall with the reception, just answering the prayers that Lincoln needed.
And they finally grinded out 1 score. What? That was very blood chilling because fourth down, not a lot. They have, 1 4th down successful, 1 4th down unsuccessful. Sorry, I think it was 2 4th down successfuls for them. But boy, that was a high risk, high reward play. Now they're now down 7 points, Jeff. They still need 1 more miracle to happen to them.
First touchdown grab for Tony Hall, and what a grab it was that it inches Lincoln closer in the game. Extra point is still pending as Allen will send this one through the uprights and good. So now it's officially a 7-point game, 24-17. And it looks like Lincoln might have gotten some momentum back on their sidelines, but more importantly, with San Jose getting the ball, we know that their rushing attack has worked. Oh, they're going to go for the onside kick here with all 3 timeouts and with 3:18 left to go. I just don't know about this. I think you want to kick this one away. And the onside is through, and it's going to be fielded by San Jose, and you give them prime real estate. They have a kicker that can make a 41-yard field goal. You give them a couple yards, and you're right back into field goal range.
Yeah, 100%. I wonder if they are sort of hoping that their defense can pull off probably tackles for losses, sacks. We have seen them sack Ace Fennec several times today, a couple times actually. Maybe they're hoping for that.
Fennec under center. Full house backfield. Horo getting the carry. Spinning out of it. She's still loose. And she is going to take this one to the house. What a 2 spin moves. And she is into the end zone. Her 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. And that could have just sealed the fate for Lincoln.
Oh my goodness. Laura Horrell just subverting expectations right here. You would expect, the defense of Lincoln so far has been pretty good in the final moments of this game against Laura Harrell, but one moment of carelessness and Laura Harrell just finds the opening. What a play! As he said, 2 great spin moves as well.
Wade looking like a fish out of water as he was trying to catch back up to Horrell, but it was just all for naught. She takes this one into the end zone. So 1 play, 1 touchdown run for Horrell on this drive. More importantly, might have sealed the fate for Lincoln, as still plenty of time left to go. We saw what Bryant Dynasty can do, is the extra point from Cypher just through the uprights and good. So it's now 31-17.
And with 3 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns for Laura Harrell, they just, sort of saying that San Jose might just be undergoing a great identity change. They have 0 rushing touchdowns this season. That makes 3. That is better than at least 3 other teams, actually. But still, pretty good on 1 game.
Horrell could definitely be player of the week the way she is rolling. And bringing it up, Tony Hall will bring the ball up to the 32-yard line. So, I mean, we all know, everybody in chat knows exactly what Bryant Dynasty should do, but how do you go about doing that, Mark?
I don't think the question is how, but it's a matter of if they can do it, because we know how. He just has to throw it deep and find his receiver. It's going to be up to the receiver as well to make himself open, make plays on their own as well.
Dynasty driving back, going to fire this one underneath to Gon, trying to get some blockers out there, but it only goes for a pickup of 3. And they're going to go hurry up here. Yeah, that pass was not long enough indeed. It went for 3 yards. Play action. Dynasty rolling around, and he's going to be hit and sacked again. Why not? And Eric Surratt with another sack. That's the second one of the game for him. And it's going to set up a 3rd and 16. And I don't think they're in the right formation to try something. You got to be in a shotgun here. Another play action. And Dynasty is going to be hit and sacked on the play yet again. 4th and 21 coming up. And it's coming up. Ross Napoli with the sack.
I'm surprised they didn't call for a timeout and instead went for another hurry-up offense right there, wasting an opportunity. Because the previous play, they didn't get any of the defenders, off guard. It looks like their play has been read exceptionally well. And the second time they did the same play action, nothing going.
4th and 21 coming up to the 2-minute warning, but Dynasty and the hopes for Lincoln in this game are dwindling onto this play. 4th and 21, and he breaks out of a sack. He's still loose. Just gonna chuck this one up in the air. And it almost had the prayer almost answered. But we've come to the 2-minute warning. San Jose getting the ball back, and San Jose, more importantly, putting this game on ice. 31-17. We'll be back with the last 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back. You're watching the SFL Minor League on YouTube. We'll be back right after this. Coming out of the 2-minute warning, you take a look at the replay of the broken sack from Bryant Dynasty, just throwing it up there. The prayer was almost answered.
It was in the arms, at least in the forearm of the receiver, but probably just the bounce. Unfortunate for them. And that would have been the story of the week if that completion was made between at least 2 sacks avoided by Bryant Dynasty before he made the throw.
More importantly, does Ace Finnick want to keep running this football and sticking it to Lincoln? As Horrell getting the carry, but no, they say no to that, as he will be hit and dropped by Mike All.
I mean, if they're gonna go down, they're gonna go down with dignity. Just give it to San Jose. They've played exceptionally well. Don't get me wrong, Bryant Dynasty with a lot of yards, 274 this game. Unfortunately, the dice didn't roll their way. Chips didn't fall on their end of the table. They gotta go down swinging.
More importantly, San Jose will move to 2-4 with the victory, so keeping their playoff hopes alive a couple more weeks. And we do have 2 weeks remaining, so each game for San Jose is going to be a playoff game, as Lincoln will take their second timeout. They have one left. It's going to be a third down and 12 coming up. (31-17). San Jose on top of Lincoln. As Finnick under center. Oral in the backfield. And she will get the carry. Another spin move, and she will get positive yards, but it's going to be a 4th down and 7. With 7 at the 17-yard line as Lincoln takes their last timeout. They have none remaining.
Right. And with 17 yards to go, they might even just go for a field goal and just stick it to Lincoln.
Exactly what they're going to do. They're going to call on David Seifert, who missed a field goal, his first in the game today, and so he's going to try to redeem himself here. 4th and 7. They're going to let this go, and there goes Seifert, who kicks it through the uprights and good from 34 yards out, just adding a little salt to the wound.
Probably a lot of salt to the wound. They were down 2 scores. Now, this is definitely an impossible thing. Only thing Lincoln can do now is, look back at the positives of this game, look at the strengths that they can improve on for their next game, because they are still in the race as well. They are also at 2-4 and probably in a slightly better situation than San Jose, seeing as they beat Ottawa last week.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to today's action. You've got Zarkov in the chat, Doug Days in the chat, Stephen McMichaels in the chat, Liam Hammer, Mark Hurwitz, Tyrone Jones, Hike the Earth, and everybody else that's come in. Leonard Butler, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully it was even though San Jose pulled it off late, definitely it was a great game all the way through and through. As we take a look at Luther God and what he's done, only 29 rushing yards. So definitely not the night that he thought he would have. As this Lincoln offense with Ryan Dynasty is going to be hit and dropped for another sack. Eric Surratt with his 3rd in the night, and they will go hurry up as Dynasty looking to just get any points here. Dropping back, going to fire this one deep. Pass is going to be caught, getting enough for the 1st down, and they will go hurry up as Jay Moss with the reception. 1st down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Dynasty taking the snap. Pressure starting to collapse. They just chuck this one over the middle of the field. And the pass will be caught by Connor Darien, the tight end. And it goes for a pickup of 9. 2nd and 1. Dynasty in the hurry up. Going to take the snap. Going to fire this one out on an out route. And it will be caught by Barnett. And it will be enough for the 1st down. Getting the ball inside San Jose territory to the 48. 1st down and 10. And it looks like they are just going to spike this football, and they will. So it sets up a 2nd down and 10 when we come back. But more importantly, Mark, just a little bit of inconsistency from the Lincoln offense.
It was inconsistent. Actually, early on, it looked like they were gonna sort of go ahead and come away with a consistent passing offense. At some point, Brian Dynasty was throwing 80% in 15 attempts. He was throwing for 80%. He's ending this game. He still ends this game with 303 yards, nothing to scoff at. But 29 of 45, 6.7 yards per attempt. Definitely lots of polishing to do. But I think the future is still bright for Brian Dynasty. There were flashes of greatness. He's able to find, he's great. He's a very creative quarterback, able to extend plays, find plays in the face of pressure. Unfortunately for him, the pressure was too much in this game. I think he saw 8 sacks this game.
Running it over the middle of the field. Pass is caught by Jay Moss, and it goes enough, and it's going to be a 4th down and 5. So with under 30 seconds left to go, it's all but over for Lincoln, but just trying to get something positive going into next week. 3 down linemen for San Jose. As Dynasty, don't know, you got to hurry up and take the snap here. 4th down coming up. Going to fire this one out, and it's going to be caught by Jay Moss, but it's going to go out of bounds. So only a pickup of 3, not enough to move the chains.
And who would you give your player of the game? In my opinion, there is no question it's Lara Harrell.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
There,
there's
there's
actually
there's
no buts.
no, there
She
isn't. I
is.
mean, if the game was a little bit closer, you could have gone with Josh Santini, who had an interception, turning the tide a
True.
little bit. But you also got Andre Krim with 3 sacks and 2 tackles for loss. Eric Surratt with 3 sacks. You got Ross Napoli with 2 sacks. So the whole defense has been playing lights out. As the kneel down, the victory formation, is Blake, the backup quarterback, getting it a little bit of action here as we tick down to the final seconds, and there's the horn signaling the end of the game, 34-17. San Jose pulling off the upset against Lincoln. Mark, as we come into the studio, just give us some of your final thoughts on what you've seen today.
It was a very close game early on, and everyone can agree with me that both teams played well. Unfortunately for Lincoln, San Jose came away with a better defense in the second half. For San Jose, this is going to be good for them going into the future. They know the things that work for them this game. Similarly for Lincoln, just polishing up, I think the few mistakes that brought their downfall were just errors, decision-making errors. Nothing too big, nothing, just tiny adjustments for the future. But look up, both teams, chin up for Lincoln, San Jose. Congrats to them for winning. And yeah, it's a great game, great calling with you, Jeff.
As this will close out week 6, but more importantly, Gary Clem, 10 tackles. We already mentioned the sacks from the San Jose defense, a little bit on Lincoln's side. You got 6 tackles from Eric Gugger, and you got 4 from Alexander Ramsey. The sacks came from Igor Babatov, and leading the way, Luther Gahn with 31 yards of rushing. So not the night that he expected to have, but more importantly, Nathan Barnett, 142 yards on 9 receptions. If he can continue to do this, he could be somebody that teams can look at as, okay, maybe this is something that we can work with and mold into a receiver down the field for the SFL.
100%.
As we are awaiting basically who we all think, and everybody in chat probably thinks he's going to be player of the game, is to take a look at Horrell with the touchdown there to ice it. But more importantly, with Lincoln falling to 3-3, they're still in the better position, but more importantly, San Jose, when they needed to come out and play, they've come out to play. And their next couple games, it's going to be tough as they have some next week. Actually, San Jose will take on Annapolis, and Lincoln will take on Birmingham. Both teams are at home. So San Jose probably looking to squeak out another win and move to 3-4, which would be something that maybe the chat would go berserk about, that they would still be in the hunt, as we've come to what we all believe is going to be the player of the game. Yep, Laura Horrell, 25 attempts, 164 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mark, that's who I would give it to.
100%. And shout out to David Horrell on the chat, the king of the Horrell family. No matter who won, he's going to be happy.
Oh yeah, so on behalf of my analyst, Mark Lopez, and Jason on stats, doing the stats behind the scenes, the SFL commissioner and executive producer Cameron Irvine, my name is Jeff Melanishin. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this presentation of the Simulation Football League Minor League Action. We'll see you next time.